Good evening, everyone, and welcome. The Town of Lake City Board of Trustee meeting at 6:00 p.m. Wednesday, February the 18th, 2026. And I'd like to begin our regular workshop. Our first item this evening is to discuss the sheriff hides bid. Did all the trustees get the email
Yes.
from Lex? Dan laid it out nicely, reviewed the draft, and personally, I like it. It's very clean. I understood most of it. Lex cleared a couple things up for me. And I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. And we can, any comments, questions from trustees?
Why did we lose, is Dan on you? Why did we lose the whereas Lake City is located entirely within the county? Why did you lose that?
I don't know.
Can you guys hear me? I took the county's latest version, which I think that was removed. I was more focused on the other part. I'm happy to add that back in if you'd like it. It does seem like that was an oversight on my part, so I apologize for that. Would you like that back in there?
I would, I don't know about the rest. It's just a statement of fact. It is the clarification. That's all it is.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's needed,
Why is it needed?
because it's never been acknowledged by the county and we need to put it in writing. So so that it's
Okay,
acknowledged.
I understand the words that you were saying, but I don't think I agree with the necessity of adding it back in. I would not care either way. I just
Okay.
don't think it's necessary. So,
Any other trustees' feelings on that?
That's more. Okay, question.
I don't mind it being in there. I just think it clarifies.
And I'm happy to do it either way. You guys act as a board, so I kind of like it when you guys have different opinions. It means you're actually reading stuff and thinking about it. So I appreciate that. Just let me know which way you would like me to go.
Me too. Well, we're kind of doing a little straw poll on it. Trustees?
I think it's factual. I mean, I feel like it doesn't hurt to have it in there. But I agree. Jesse agrees. Nathan? I agree. He agrees.
And
I am ambivalent. I just don't see the necessity of it. Yes, it's a true fact, but it's a true fact whether it's stated or not stated.
being protected.
Appreciate that. Trustee Woods, you have any feeling on it either way?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Sounds like there's a majority, Dan, to put that back in.
Thank you.
Sounds good. I'll get that to Lex tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, and
And then I'm confused about the wording, where under section 1, services to be provided, where it says enforce all county resolutions. And I'm pretty sure doesn't that need to say town resolutions? Because the county resolutions are not enforceable within the city limits.
So on kind of a high level overlook of this, what we're running into, at least what I saw, and correct me if I'm wrong, what I heard from the sheriff was, I'm going to provide these services to the county, and then we've mirrored all the counties. So if the sheriff's providing the same model traffic code that is enforced, or the same OHV ordinance or fire ban or any of that, a little further down in there, it says, to the extent necessary, we authorize him to enforce those county ordinances within the town. And that was designed to just say, we're on the same team, enforce the speed or enforce a theft or murder or whatever it is, just like you would for the people out in the county within the town.
But isn't that separate, Dan, from if the state statutes are separate and yeah, are separate from, and model traffic code, which we've adopted also as ordinances, but isn't that separate from town ordinances? Because the example would be that the fire restrictions you cannot, if a violation occurs within the town limits, it can't be written under the county resolution. It has to be written under the town ordinance. That's why, or the town resolution. That's why we had to create our own ordinances to mirror the county. And I thought that was one of the major reasons we were even entering into an IGA, is so the sheriff would enforce the town ordinances. Am I making sense?
Yeah, you are, and it's a very specific line there. I think there's two ways to skin that cat. The first one is to say the town is within the county to the extent that the county wants to enforce, let's say, their fire ban, just for example. The town authorizes the county to enforce their fire ban within the town. When we looked at it, it was dog licenses, and we've been over this a bunch, but dog licenses, I think the hours of the OHV is different, and there's one or two other really minimal things. So my thought was, if we have the sheriff enforcing throughout his whole jurisdiction, and we authorize him to enforce through the town, that would resolve some conflicts. I'm happy to add back in the municipal ordinances as well and see what they come back with. I just thought it would simplify stuff. We're really not getting much bang for our buck by the municipal ordinances, but if they believe it's a jurisdictional thing, then I think I'm happy to do that.
I think that wouldn't the county have to rewrite theirs in order for them to enforce them in the town limits? Because it specifically says in their resolutions, unincorporated county, Hinsdale County. So that's
yeah,
why.
And I haven't had a chance to look at theirs, but that is very possible. And what I guess my proposal in this IGA is, to the extent that they need that authorization, we're granting them that authorization through this IGA. But it might be, like you said, it might be better to just include that and see if they're comfortable with it or not.
Well, because, like another example would be, it's kind of that, I hate to bring it up, but when Henry was written that fire restriction ticket, he was actually written under the county statute, which wasn't enforceable, which was one of the reasons it was dismissed. So I know I'm being nitpicky, but I want this to be good. I want this to be accurate.
No, that's the whole reason we have a board, is to get a bunch of eyes on this, and that's an excellent point. I'm happy to make that change. Do we have
And it's a board,
kind of a
again, it's a
consensus?
board. Yeah.
Is there a consensus for that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
that's an easy enough change to make as well.
Trustee Woods?
So my suggestion, last time that we had a section
If you have
that listed each individual city ordinance that is what we're getting in addition to the normal coverage that you give to anybody in the county. You didn't think that was a good idea?
Well, I've put it in there twice. They've taken it out twice, and my thought was, I think you and I think right along the same lines. What are we actually getting on top of a county resident who is not paying an additional mill levy to the town? And quite frankly, it's those four things. I think we get basically the same service, and I think my going through this was to try to reach a resolution to where you know, everyone wants an officer or everyone wants a sheriff and something that we can work with. We've been waiting for what Sheriff Starnes was going to provide at what cost, and I haven't seen that. I'm not sure if Lex has, but last I checked, he had not. So this was kind of my compromise to appease all parties, so everyone so everyone can make sure that we're safe and covered, and we have a contract in place.
When Sheriff Starnes met with us at our meeting at the firehouse, he stated very clearly that I don't know about the county commissioners or the county attorney, but the sheriff stated that he would be fine with us enumerating the 4 things that Henry has stated. So I don't know why they keep taking it out, but I know that Sheriff Starnes did say that he would do that.
Yeah, most of my interaction has been with the county attorney. The only interaction I've had, you guys were all online with Sheriff Starnes. That's the only time I believe I've ever spoke to him in my life. But I'm happy to add those back in if you'd like as well.
So we want to put in a reference to enforcing the town ordinances and then list out those ordinances in which the sheriff has the authority to enforce based upon what.
What if we say the town ordinances, including but not limited to, and we'll list those 4 things? I know he has said repeatedly he's not a dog catcher, and but I think that's fine. Is that what you guys want me to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all nodding yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like there's concern.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And are they just gonna take it out again? Well, we'll see. I don't think we listed like out that clearly, but we'll see what they
They
say.
probably will. Diane, are you done?
Yes.
Thank you.
Justin,
Yeah, so I had a couple of notes as well. Under paragraph B, which if I understand it correctly, covers the sheriff serving papers either on behalf of the town, I think it's on behalf of the town, paragraph D, right under C. It states that the sheriff's office, the personnel shall serve only legal documents required to be served in the town limits. And what I was thinking of was we have water and sewer customers outside of town limits that may, who knows, need to get legal papers served on them. I don't know. So I would just that one
That's an
sentence
excellent thought.
needs to be updated. If they're going to serve papers for us, that it might not be in the town limits.
Sure.
And just, sorry.
Oh, I just wanted to mention the reason that I had that, both the county attorney and myself incorporated that, and it's the main purpose of that provision is to say, to the extent they're serving papers for the town is responsible for that. But that is an excellent point that there might be utility customers outside of the jurisdiction that we need to have served. Hopefully we don't, but I can update that as well.
Yeah, I can't think that we ever have, but if we have to, and I appreciate their having it laid out that they will do that service for us. The only other tiny little thing, sorry, my fingers aren't working very well, is section 9, termination. Either party may terminate this law enforcement IGA. There's a tiny little underline under T in terminate.
I will get that removed. Thank you for catching that.
The paragraph above that, Dan, it says county or the city's immunities, which I didn't catch when I read this earlier. But that cities need to be changed to town.
Oh, yeah.
And that's paragraph 8.
Paragraph 5 under county indemnity.
Oh, okay.
It says cities instead of towns.
And yeah, that was from Sursa, your guys' insurance company, and I integrated that language. And the whole reason that language is integrated is to avoid what they call LEL, which is law enforcement liability insurance. Um, and then Lex did a good job of conferring with them and saying, yeah, if this is the agreement that we have, then we don't need uh,
Yeah.
the insurance. So I'll make that change as well.
And Dan, there's one little thing I mentioned this to Rex, since we're catching little mistakes is, Commissioner Borchers is no longer the chair. It's Commissioner Levine on the signature line.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to change this digital version after you told me, Dave, but yeah.
Lex, did you say you updated that already?
I mean, I did, but just on my copy, I mean, I can fix that little stuff, Dan, if you want to work on the other language.
Okay. Can I put that ball in your court so I don't misspell his Commissioner Levine's name or something?
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other trustees have questions or comments? Sounds like we're all on board with those changes. The last thing, the bottom line here is we have a blank as far as the payment and fee schedule. And so we discussed this in the past. Once again, I have to open it up to the trustees. Jared, I can't make a motion. So.
And neither can we, we're in workshop.
Yeah, so we're really just trying to,
I forgot.
I mean, if we can get I guess we can add that as an addition if y'all want to vote on the amount, or if y'all want to try to come to a consensus of something we can throw in there and get back to them.
You're right. It wouldn't be handled with a motion. My mistake. I guess verbally, the way we've made these other corrections.
Hammer it out.
Consensus.
Yeah, hammer it out.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I was trying to be lighthearted.
Mayor, the way that your payment is set up is a quarterly installment, and I would suggest that the first quarter installment, it just be equally divided so that whatever your number is, you just divide that total number by 4 and make payments according to that, rather than trying to prorate the first month and a half or whatever we're at right now.
Right. Yeah, I think that's correct because it also starts on January 1st.
Correct.
Year. So
So it would be
the agreement would be
retroactive,
for the year.
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
Anybody have a number? I did put some information in your packets referencing, again, comparing it to other small communities, what their contract fee is. Also, the county sent over the sheriff contracts past fees for previous contracts. I don't know what happened in 2001 or 6 or 7.
Did we get that?
It's just not, I just see that it's missing in the list.
Couple of years of contracts, it was the same for 2001.
Yeah,
Or maybe we,
the incremental increase, I don't think started until, well, I don't know, I didn't look at the contract, but it looks like there's an incremental increase from 2008 and on.
Yeah, that's when Ron was the sheriff.
And there was 2 of the same amount in 2016, 17. Again, I don't know why. But it was just to give you all reference of what we paid in the past, and then also what other communities are paying currently. And then with a little breakdown of some of their fees. So I was hoping that we could somehow get at least a general consensus on the amount, because I would like us to try to wrap this up sooner than later. And just get it done so that we can start working on other business with the county. And I think if we can, like the liability language and the indemnification language, yeah, Sursa said that's the language that they wouldn't require us to have carry on law enforcement liability insurance. And
I think we come up with the amount, we get some of that clarity in about town ordinances and what exactly, where the additional services we're asking for, then I think we can hopefully come to a conclusion with this. I would hope in the next couple of weeks, or at least next 3 weeks, by the first meeting in March, I would hope that we would be able to get wrapped up.
Yeah, I think y'all were, I'd like it to be done 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can come to it and then instruct staff to move forward with, send it back. Trustee Lindsay?
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a number out for us to start chewing on.
Sure.
And I know we discussed this briefly at that other meeting, that I suggested that we pick something tangible to use as I see that you don't like that idea, but
No.
it's not really to buy the thing that we're using. It's a way of measuring and a way of figuring out, you know, that we're not just picking a number out of the air. We're looking at their budget and seeing that they are spending this kind of money on these things. So I would suggest that we either take the dispatch fees or the new patrol vehicle and use that as our payment guideline. Thank you.
Actually, I disagree with the premise, but I agree with the amount.
Okay.
So 69,000, perfect.
So that's where, yeah, let's start there.
I was thinking 50.
Okay, well, you can't like him at all, buddy. You gotta like make a decision.
Two, and yeah, after looking at everything, 72 seems more fitting.
I think another part of this is, comparing it to these other towns and counties.
Yeah.
And also, are there ideas that's similar to ours? But let's continue with.
I like the idea of where you're at. Kind of the premise of where we started with this thing was buying a deputy or doing that. And I think a sheriff deputy base salary of 66,000,
Mm.
67,000. And then it's a tangible for a single unit for the officer. But that's with overtime pay, so it doesn't always hit that, but that's a pretty good base mark. So I'm comfortable with 67. That's my number.
And it's comparable to the other,
Yeah, it's comparable to
Similar
other
communities.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a way of thinking about things, It's not just all theoretical numbers. It's a number that means something. That's how I think.
$1.
I just want us to be fair and equitable, maybe for what we're getting and all that. And I did throw out a number earlier at a previous meeting, but I was a little bit ahead of myself. I'd be pretty much happy with anything anybody has said. I don't know. I'd be fine at the 72, like you suggested, but.
I think bodies are important, and I think salaries, that's the tangible number that they hit with their amount of bodies they have, versus their vehicles that, they have a certain amount already, but they don't have deputies. I think that where I'm getting that number is based off a body instead of a thing. So I think 67 is.
Right, which is what we're
Yeah.
paying for, basically.
Yeah.
Is a
what-
body
Yeah.
to be in town.
Trustee Woods?
Well, I don't think that it's, anything they're gonna bite on.
It is what it is.
I was looking at our budget, I think we budgeted, I couldn't find it, but we budgeted 103,000, right?
I budgeted what it would have been if it auto renewed, because I had no idea and I rather over budgeted than under budgeted.
These other towns, the only one that should be relevant to us is Creed, Mineral County, because all these other counties that have multiple towns in them, I'm sure the city of Delta pays a lot more than 75,000.
They have their own police force. They don't pay anything.
It's Orchard City in Delta County.
But I feel like Mineral County's at 60, they're, you know, they have their own thing, but I feel like I like the idea of having it.
I mean, we want to make an offer that's gonna fly.
We could make the same offer 100 times, it either has to be accepted or whatnot.
Well, I mean,
Lex,
the amount of money we're spending on our attorneys, both the county and the town.
Correct.
You know, like, whatever the board decides, I would just say like, hey, this is the final number we're resting on. You can take it or leave it, just so we stop spending the money on the attorneys.
Right.
You know, we're both kind of bleeding money that way, where at some point it becomes kind of counterproductive and absurd when we're really just giving that money to our attorneys. No offense, Dan.
No, I was going to say, as your attorney, I couldn't agree more with you. I think that this money is much better spent on making sure your kids are safe than making sure I quit making typos and stuff. So no offense taken.
I have to say, I'm willing to go higher. I just don't know what the rest of the board feels like.
It's like 67. We want to start there.
67.
67.
It's a salary.
Yeah, I would go higher, but I like the way you think. And if we could get away with it, but I'm with Henry on this one. I don't think they're going to bite on that. Sheriff Starnes at that meeting said that he personally, the sheriff, would be willing to drop their asking price, their base price that they are expecting us to hit, but I don't think that they would drop.
Well, the other thing too is if they don't accept the position that we sit in as a board is if we can offer them $70,000 or $60,000, and that's our hard final number.
Yeah.
And they don't accept it, well, then they're $67,000 shorter. So it's $67,000 to them
Yeah.
regardless.
Sure.
It's not a, we keep going up. That's where the battle and the attorney fees keep going up, is if we wage this war so that it ends up being more. And you just gotta hardball the number. And if they don't like the 67 and they want to keep fighting over it, it's 60.
I stand with the board.
Yeah.
I stand with the board.
And
We
it
have to have-
Just saying
and it
that I
can
don't
be
know.
renegotiated,
one at a time.
right? It can be renegotiated.
We should.
I mean, it's to
No,
the end of this year.
I think where we're at, and I agree totally, tired of spending money on it, tired of spending time on it. And I want to give something that's fair and equitable, and I think we'd be standing up. I'm willing to go a little higher than that myself, but I would also like to feel as though it's something that's going to be accepted.
Yeah.
At the same time, I want to get an IGA in place, because if you come in too low, they can just turn around and say no, and then I guess we go through the year without an IGA, but it's.
It's kind of,
I think
I think that meeting when Denham was there, for some reason, the number 70 came out from him, but I don't remember for sure.
And I like 70.
We're going up here. You like 70?
Yeah. And I agree with Jody.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard for them to swallow. I know, Greg had thrown out 80. I would say 70 a minimum, not than under 70, but that's just my opinion on what they would.
I'm comfortable with the 70. I think
We
that,
have 103 in our budget.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we have that much money, because I budgeted for that, but it doesn't mean, like, there was, depending on what it came out to be, there's gonna be other places where we have to spend less.
I like the 70 number because based on the information provided, if we're gonna have a tangible thing to include it to, it's right at the vehicle price, it covers the dispatch fees, it covers the base salary. I think that, and also with being at the 70, we're not an outlier of, Creed's at 60. I don't know, the last time they were updated. So there's no need to be well and above beyond the average.
And Creed has a very limited IGA with their sheriff.
Yeah,
It's not this.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just state statute. It's just really just, state statutes is what it's enforcing. Statutes, sorry.
70.
I like 70.
Yeah, your name. 70.
yay.
70.
And
I
Yep.
think it's too low.
I still think they might turn that down.
Well,
It is what it is.
Or we can renegotiate again next year, but we need to put this to bed.
Correct.
All of us, all of us.
They try it.
Maybe I agree with 70.
Hey, Jesse, 70.
70.
All right, 70,000. And and we're not gonna be spending, I mean, if they agree on the liability language, then we're not spending the 8,900 we would have for the full-time police officer,
Yeah.
which they said they can't guarantee or not going to guarantee.
Yeah, I mean, it's also just like an offer. We've done this back and forth. We feel like you're right on the attorney fees. I mean, it just keeps folding and folding and folding. We'll be months into it without an IGA. So it's like if we've done it for 2 months without an IGA and they don't like the offer.
I think we're awful close because we have
It's 10% of
language
your
that,
budget.
that we like. So,
Can you guys repeat the number that you want to consider in the meeting, just so I make sure I have it filled in right?
70,000.
I'm sorry, Lex, one more time.
70,000.
Okay, thank you.
So, okay, so we're gonna update the agreement to reference the town ordinances, list the ordinances in which the sheriff is to enforce according to our code. Fix a few typos, add a whereas clause about the town being fully within the county, and we'll put $70,000 on it, and then we'll send it to them. Perfect. Saying that this is our last offer.
Yep.
Is that true? Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Here, here.
I have
Yes,
all
yes.
those changes made. If you can tell me how to spell the chair's last name, I can make that change as well.
Levine.
All right, I'll make that change and get this to Lex so he has it for the meeting.
Did you mean chair? We're talking about the chair of the county commissioners. It's not Christy Borchers, it's Greg Levine.
Correct.
I just think he said chair, but it sounded like sheriff.
Okay, all the trustees are on the same page?
Yes.
That or close to it.
Okay. Okay. No more discussion on that. We'll have, Lex and Dan complete that and get it over to the county.
Yeah, 10% of it.
Thank you. Okay, our next item this evening is to discuss America 250, Colorado 150 anniversary celebration. Lex had some information in the packet about that.
Yep. That was the information that Henry provided. That grant deadline was actually last Friday. However, I did hear from Carrie Coy today. She said that Lake City Arts applied for that grant to have the Ute Sky Drum Group perform this year, which they were thinking if they received that money, they wouldn't really need any other support, but also I think it's something if we're going to, as a community, celebrate it on a particular day, that is something that we really need to start talking about, both as the town and like with the county and the chamber and whoever else would be involved, Lake City Arts, so that we can try to properly plan that event. I don't know if, I mean, I feel like we kind of talk about it and if the board just talks about it, it's kind of taking place in a vacuum chamber. And so, I don't know if we want to try to invite other organizations that maybe come talk about it, or we have a subcommittee that then meets with some of those other organizations to try to organize something. And then I think we should do that if y'all want to do something this year for that.
For clarification on that, there's two different dates. When we had our meeting, when we were discussing it, there's the 4th of July, which is America's birthday. And then there was an August date.
August 1st, I believe.
And that is the exact 150th of Colorado.
Colorado Day.
Okay.
I'm going to step outside for 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Okay.
Does that mess up our workshop or anything?
No.
Actually, we'll just run by it.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
Glad your proxy. No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
Trustee Woods?
So did we put this on the next agenda and maybe everybody bring a list of activities they'd like to see on that day?
let's let that up to the committee. It's not gonna be we're not gonna do it all by ourselves. So,
It would be nice to figure out who's doing what.
Yeah.
Like what organizations, obviously, Art Center is doing something.
And
Or
obviously,
they're sponsoring the Red Sky Drummers.
Well, they're trying to get the grant to do it, because otherwise they would be coming back to all of the organization asking for support, financial or otherwise, to help make it happen.
Well, I agree with Lex. I think it'd be great if you could contact, or staff could contact other organizations, see what they're doing. It's not like Lake City's birthday, and it's not like the counties. It's the state and the country, and we should all the organizations work together. And maybe you can come back to us with what, who's willing to work with us, and then the trustees can figure out the best way to,
And I would
what
say,
the town would like to do in the participation.
How can we all collaborate on
Right.
something?
exactly.
and then I would ask that whatever committee you're on currently, and you're at a chamber meeting, marketing meeting, bring it up and ask to, I will reach out and see, but
Just FYI, we're ahead of the eight ball. We already have panels coming from this organization to the museum. Some of them are going to be filled with their stuff that they want displayed, and we're going to fill our stuff in it. So I just let you know
The
that
museum?
Yep.
Or the
That'll
chamber?
be in
The
the
museum.
museum.
Okay.
Not for a specific
no, it'll be in the museum as a permanent
install.
install.
Gotcha.
Maybe a certain time.
Every day the museum's open.
Oh, I thought on August first.
Well, I think we're getting it a lot earlier than you guys are talking about, because we've been talking about this for 2 months.
Christine applied for a grant for the museum.
Who did?
Christine applied for a grant for the museum, as I understand,
Maybe that's it, but
for activities
yeah,
on that
we've
day.
been talking about a lot of stuff over there for the 250, 150.
Well, I'm in total agreement with Lex that anybody speak with your committees.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
you can come back and report, and would you mind having one of your staff contact the county?
yeah, I'll talk.
And then we can readdress this at our next workshop. Okay?
Yes,
More cupcakes.
those are popular.
Details at the next workshop, Henry.
all right.
Okay, everybody good with that? We can move on.
Yes.
Okay, our next item is to review the San Juan Estates Water Use Agreement. Chance to read that over. I shared my thoughts with Lex.
Is this an updated one? It's in,
Yes.
It's the final.
Yeah,
I
and
understand.
so it won't open online.
the fifth paragraph 5 is what, the modification by the town of terms.
Yep.
That's what Dan had added based on the conversation last time about this. Which more or less just, we retain control, and that if we have to, we can refuse them.
It's awesome. Yeah, I like it.
in a
There,
nutshell.
there are a couple of typos in there that your engineer pointed out to me, which if it was a calculation, I would feel better about, but I'll make those changes. And then Joanne also wanted some language regarding
About the
maintaining.
specific use.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd recommend we add those. I haven't had a chance to get that, but when this comes up as an action item, if you want to vote, make a motion to approve it in substantially the same form, without amending any material provisions, we can make those changes and get it to them.
Trustee Lindsay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan, what was, so Joanne suggested to you a couple of things. Could you
Yeah.
tell me what those are?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it up right now. I believe it had to do with maintaining and I forget the word she used. It's essentially a meter or a pump where the water is transferred, and that the association would be in charge of that, but Lex might know better than I recall.
Well, I thought that was in here.
If there's, she clarified that the connection point at the bib, they would be responsible for any damage, so
Yeah.
she just added
Gotcha.
like a word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I did have a couple of notes on this. That in paragraph 4, no, nothing on that page. In paragraph 4, it states that that the town shall maintain yada 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 compliance with applicable water quality standards through the point of delivery, which would be at San Juan Estates. And so we're not, and it states later that we are not responsible for anything once they get the water in their truck. But I think that that is very confusing. So,
Okay.
and then in paragraph 5, there's a couple of typos. Sufficient breaks, that's BR.
Yeah, that's one of
And
That's one of them. The next one's even more embarrassing.
draft, not, or it's drought, not draft.
That would be it.
And that is also in paragraph 7.
Beer.
And also in paragraph 7, I am concerned that this contract would hold us to giving them water during wildfires or natural disasters. And I don't think that those two things should be in the list of reasons why we should give them water.
I agree.
So,
So I understand your concern there. That's based on the language that was provided by their attorney. What paragraph 5 does with the notwithstanding any provision to the contrary, it supersedes that and says basically it's an option for us to sell this water, not an obligation. And we can pull that for any reason. So that paragraph 5 is going to supersede any other provision in that entire contract.
so because we have the right of refusal at any point in the process. So, the whole mountain's on fire. We don't have to give them water from our well.
We can tell them that.
Correct. And that's why I added that paragraph 5.
That was a little concerning to me. Oh, and just one more little thing, paragraph
Mhm.
12.
Okay.
It talks about all of these, any notice required pursuant to the terms of this agreement have to be made in writing. But everything else seems to support like some very quick communications, like phone calls or in-person communications. So I'm not quite sure what the point of that paragraph is.
That's generally boilerplate language that was included in the draft that was sent to me. We can omit that if you'd like.
I just don't understand the point of it, because
We're here.
we're here.
Yeah.
We're not, if they need water, they're calling. They're not sending us a letter and coming by 3 days later.
So we can omit or amend that to say to the extent a written notification is required. These are the okay. I can make that
Thank you,
change.
Dan. I appreciate it. Thank you for your indulgence. Okay.
And there also was another, in that other paragraph, there was another draft.
Yes, in paragraph 7.
In 7, is that correct?
Yes.
5 and 7.
Yes.
I'm not telling you guys where my head is, but yeah, thank you for catching those.
My only comment, I spoke with Lex a little bit about this, but just share it with the board, is I'm glad it covers the town, and I think the key to this is the citizens that are in our water and sand district come first. That's the entire purpose of this, and that we have the right, my concern, like you bring up wildfire or our fire department, if there's a call on our water tanks, and if drought situations don't get better and we can't keep up, it's most important to me that the citizens are taken care of first. and that what we charge should be fair and equitable as well. You know, we're members of the district, and we pay bi-monthly, and I guess what I don't know, well, I think it's in there, but if we find the need to raise the amount, we have the ability to do that as well, correct, Lex?
Yeah, I mean, it is said, where is that amount for it? Where is it?
$10 per thousand.
Yeah, and it says, the town may at sole discretion provide potable water association a current published commercial water sale rate, which at the time of this agreement is that amount. So if it goes up, if we change it in our fee schedule, they pay whatever's in our fee schedule. So whatever the current published commercial water sale rate is, and really that should say bulk water sale rate. Actually, we changed that to, Dan, from commercial to bulk.
Yeah. And what paragraph number is that?
Pricing and billing.
Okay. Commercial to bulk water sales rate.
This is another good reason we should keep moving forward with our fill station.
Yeah.
Find out what the costs associated with that are. Ideally, I'd like to share a fill station, kind of like the one that I told about in Denison, where you pay on the spot.
Yeah, we have all the stuff to do that already. It's just finding a location with the housing complex that's going to go there where we thought we were going to put it. It's not going to work with how it's being designed. We're looking at maybe putting it a little bit further north in the 8th Street right away, or a little further north on Henson Street, but we just got to figure out what works and what works with the housing complex.
Okay. Any other comments from trustees? Nope.
Thank you.
Okay. This is an action item this evening, and so we'll have to do that with the changes, with agreement to the changes that people requested. Okay. No further discussion on that. We will move on. To discuss the 2026 CML conference on June 22nd, 25th at the Westin Westminster.
Yeah.
Next.
I just wanted to kind of get a straw poll of who was interested in possibly going this year. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to try to get reserve rooms beforehand if I don't entrap myself and not able to get the discount. But as soon as they do publish the conference and it's open for registration and the rooms are available, like you got to do it within the first 2 minutes, otherwise you don't get the room. So I just wanted a straw poll of how many people were interested in going to the conference this year. It's from June 22nd to the 25th. Diane, Nathan, Henry,
June
22nd to the 25th.
Be there for 3 days. It's in Westminster.
And Dave.
Westminster, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will attend.
Okay, so Dave, I believe,
I suggest booking the rooms. You can always cancel when you get closer, but I've dealt with this on my own, and you are right. It happens very quickly, but I did one time get to actually stay at the site of the conference, and it's much more convenient, and you're more motivated, to be there on time.
Well, we stayed in Aurora at that big
Yeah,
resort.
we did it that time.
That's
But
crazy.
I've done it in Breckenridge where I was downtown, and it's just kind of a hassle, so.
Landon, any kind of forecast of your intent?
The 22nd to the 25th.
Yeah.
It's possible I have to go home, but is there a chance that if I can't go within months of time, could we cancel it?
Yeah, we should be able to, yeah.
All right, sure. Put me down.
All right. All right, that's all I needed to know, and that kind of follows up to the next discussion item.
Yep, and that is the CML scholarship application that was in your packet. Letter of support for town manager Lex Hall to attend the 2026 CML conference. I'm in full support of that. I think your letter was, it's one of the better letters I've ever written, Lex.
Yeah, right.
I was gonna ask you, are we gonna try to have, we're talking about getting trainings for your other town staff, Christina and them. Is one of them thinking about attending?
I'm gonna be, my plan is, and I haven't talked to Tina and linked this, but I think she would be amenable, but my plan is to send them both to the clerks conference /institute.
Okay.
where they both go to that and they learn the clerk
That
stuff.
should be more.
And then that, it's
Yeah.
not cheap to do that. And so that kind of works in the budget. It's better if I do get the scholarship, it helps.
Okay.
So, but trying to get one of them or to go with me to the CML conference and that, and my own conference for the City County Managers Association, I think that's going to be just about the budget that we can
Yeah.
afford.
Okay. Well, as I've said in the past, I think it's very valuable for the trustees. It does take some of your time, but it really,
Yeah.
it gives you a good foundation of what we're doing.
It helped me a lot in the first year.
Yeah, and Kaylin had actually expressed interest in going too, so I already have her on the list.
Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments on the CML conference? Hearing none. Our final item is to discuss the comprehensive housing plan. By the way, that last one is a action item as well. And so is the housing plan, adopting that. So, this item is discuss comprehensive housing plan, incentive funding, housing IGA, and housing coordinator. And I am handing that to you, Lex.
So just part of the housing plan, one of the first steps is hiring a housing coordinator to kind of organize and put this all together. And then since the grant round is pretty much passing now, where we're not going to have another round of funding until, another opportunity to submit to like October, November. One, if y'all are okay with us combining our 50,000 incentive funding with the counties in order to hire a housing coordinator. If y'all are all okay with that, I just kind of wanted a nod.
Yeah, I think from an outside entity,
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's our best shot, but
okay.
Does it have to be outside?
I mean, we will put it on our, if the town and county agree upon all of it, and we might probably include it in the IGA about how hiring a housing coordinator. We would advertise for it and see who is interested, local or not.
Seems to me it'd be better to have somebody that already has a place to live here.
Yeah, I agree. Those details we could talk about at length a little bit later.
Isn't that
If that
ironic?
doesn't work out, can we still like look at Genesis?
No place for a housing coordinator to live.
Possibly.
They could definitely live in Gunnison.
Yeah, and so in general, we'll combine the funds, where we agree that we're gonna try to hire a housing coordinator. And then the IGA, which in that IGA, it'll be really basic at first.
If the county is amenable.
Right, I'm just kind of getting a heads up, a nod for staff to work on this with the county. Right. And that's really all I'm looking for.
Yep.
Okay,
Sounded to me like all the trustees are in favor.
of those three things.
I
Okay,
think the combining of the money for an outside source is like our best chance of
Yes.
having a housing coordinator.
yeah, Silverton's housing coordinator that they hired with the LPC grant and Chase, they're paying her about $57,000 a year. So the 100,000 might give us a year and a half, or if it's a 2-year part-time position, we got to kind of work out those
Yeah.
details and see how it works out.
I like that idea.
So that 57 was full-time?
57,640 hours a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was full-time. And I don't know if that, if benefits is something else the town provides. I was going to call and ask them.
Yeah.
And she has done an amazing job.
She has, and she didn't have any experience, and it was all new to her, but she was able to get the grants, get the housing authority set up, get all the agreements in place, get the money to build some housing, and then did all the agreements with the developers to get the housing done. I mean,
Drop some in.
yeah,
It'd be another great reason to get our
yes,
upstairs completed.
yes, and that will be a conversation coming to the board soon.
Okay.
Good.
All right. I appreciated everybody did attend the housing meeting last week, our joint meeting. And sounded like we were all in agreement. It's an action item to go ahead and approve that. In the commissioner meeting, they went ahead and approved it. And
Did.
so
They adopted it.
adopted it.
Yes.
And I would reiterate what Commissioner Borchers said. They did a fantastic job of outlining exactly what the changes are, and I agree with all of those changes. So it feels like
Yeah,
we're off and running. So,
Yeah, it feels like a good start.
okay. Anything else on that, Lex?
Nope.
Any questions or comments from trustees? Hearing none, we will adjourn our regular workshop. The time is 6:55. Would y'all like a 10-minute break? We can start our regular meeting at 7:05
Yes.
or, does that work?
Yes.
Okay, we'll be back at 7:05.
Thank you, everyone.
Lex, I'll get you those changes here in just a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, welcome everyone. It is 7:05 PM on Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. And I would like to begin our regular meeting. So I'm calling the meeting to order, and I'd like to begin with the pledge of allegiance. Yes, tonight.
Perfect.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Bruce.
Here.
Kendall. Here. Lindsay.
Here.
Winery. E. Woods.
Here.
Weast. Here. Roberts.
Here. Okay, approval of agenda for regular meeting for this evening, February 18th, 2026.
Okay, so moved.
Second. All those in second, roll call.
Bruce.
Yes.
Kendall.
Yes.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Winery.
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
Weast.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes. Regular meeting minutes from February 4th.
Lindsay's in.
My apologies, I couldn't be here, and I appreciate Mayor Pro Tem Bruce running the meeting.
And that,
I did go back and watch it, and it looked like a really good meeting. Thank you all for that. I was telling Lex, it's interesting trying to watch, if you've ever gone back and watched one of our meetings, but there are times where it's very tough to hear. And so I think there's a lesson for me that we all should speak up when we're in our meetings so that people.
literally.
Yeah.
And you probably,
Does it record from there or the ceiling?
Ceiling. The green.
The green, okay.
So yeah, if you're looking down and talking and you're not really projecting your voice, it's hard to hear.
and probably you ought to notate because Mayor Roberts wasn't here. So you might want to notate Mayor Pro Tem Bruce,
Okay.
just because that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sorry,
Yeah, in fact, I know,
little self-serving there.
you should have signed those minutes.
Oh, I didn't?
No, she did.
Okay, no, that's what I'm saying.
Well, these minutes here, the minutes from the meeting you missed.
Yes,
Okay, I'll change that too.
and I'll abstain on approving it because I wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
Any questions or comments on the minutes from the last meeting?
No. I make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of 2-4-26.
A motion and a second? Roll call?
Bruce.
Yes.
Kendall.
Yes.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Winery.
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
Weast.
Yes.
Roberts.
I abstain.
Abstain.
Okay, next is bills payable for February 18th, 26.
The John Deere.
Yep, that was my show.
Let's see where
What did we get?
the John Deere. What number is that?
$3,900 or something.
49. It's a lawnmower.
Number 49 line.
I believe that is the lawnmower.
Yay.
Perfect.
It's actually, that's not pretty good. Really.
Yeah, 36, that's what I was trying to, not the line number, but dollar now.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Model Z32OR, sounds fast.
Zero.
Oh, is that
Zero turn.
Zero turn.
It's a Z.
Z320?
Zero turn riding mower. 54-inch blade, 23 horsepower.
Okay, good. The R is for riding instead of racing.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments on the bills payable?
Never mind.
Any, any things you need to bring up, Lex?
No, not up. And, no.
I make a motion to pay the bills of 2/18/26 in the total amount of $80,554.39.
Second.
Motion second. Roll call vote.
Bruce,
Yes.
Kendall,
Yes.
Lindsay,
Yes.
Wintery,
Yes.
Woods, Least,
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes. Okay. Citizens' comments on items not on the agenda. We don't have any citizens with us this evening. Are there any citizens on Zoom that would like to make any comment? Show your face or unblock your microphone. Okay, seeing none. Trustee Woods.
I have a citizen communication. It's, I think Lake City's water supply is about some of the best water anywhere. And, I don't know why we have to have these little bottles from California that get thrown away. So I printed up a thing for you guys to look at, and I hope that you will. Since I printed it up, I hope you'll pass it on to somebody else. And there's no reason why we shouldn't fill our water bottles up at the tap in Lake City.
Agreed, but if you taste the water here, it tastes different in this building for some reason. I don't know why.
Old pipes.
I don't know if it's the old pipes, but it tastes very foul and weird, at least from the faucet in the office. And so that's why we get bottled water.
Have you sampled that?
I have not, but I will. I get a sample.
I think, I mean, a lot of heavy metals. I had mine.
And we don't, we recycle, so I mean, I'm a huge recycler.
I am. Well, dear.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Woods.
Thank you.
Okay, that, hearing no other comments, that wraps up citizen comments. Let's move on to committee reports. Our first one is the Lake San Cristobal Water Activity Enterprise. Trustee Woods.
Okay. It's the monitoring device is not registering the outflow lake right now. In Still County, 49% of our county is now experiencing severe drought conditions. Lake San Cristobal is 8994.2 feet above sea level, which is 93% full. Blue Mesa Reservoir is at 418,371 acre feet, which is 50% full. And at a current elevation of 7467. The Blue Mesa forecasted inflows this year are 579,000 acre feet, which is only 80% of average. And the outflows are 340,000 acre feet, if that's forecasted. And I'm sure that'll change, but so.
Thanks. Okay. All we can do is
You always have bad news.
keep praying for snow, guys. Looks like Northern California's catching a bunch, and hearts go out to the 8
That's the
backcountry skiers that got
Yeah.
killed in an avalanche.
8?
Mm-hmm.
8 of them.
Holy moly.
And one's still missing.
And 3 were severely injured.
Where?
Tahoe.
Yeah. On the top of they had a huge avalanche, and they are getting dumped. I heard they're up to 2 feet already.
That's scary.
So send some our way. Okay? Any questions for Trustee Woods on that?
Nope.
Okay, next item is the Gunnison Basin Roundtable. Trustee Woods, I did get the communication from Lex, your report from that meeting.
They made it easy on me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a report every year, but, or every month. Every 2 months, I mean, but, it just came yesterday, so. Do you have any questions on it?
Nope.
I hope you noted the 7,000 to the Ray Ice Park from the Gunnison Basin Roundtable.
Yeah, I see that.
So, which is something we should possibly think about.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions for trustee Woods on Gunnison Basin Road? I think whoever does that report is very good. It was interesting to me. Okay, our next item is historic preservation. I don't see Mr. Fox here this evening. Did they communicate with you, Lex?
That he's out of town right now. They've been having a particular COA that they've been reviewing. They're gonna have a special meeting next Monday to go over that. And yeah, they didn't really have much to report.
Okay. Next is Chamber of Commerce, trustee Kendall.
No meeting this month. They said slow, no reason, so.
Okay. Next is Marketing Committee, trustee Bruce.
Yeah, I was at the meeting last week where we had a site visit from our new marketing consultant, Mission to Market, Andrea Dietz, was here for several days, and I believe she came in and met you, Lex.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And
It'd be scary.
Yeah.
Christy did a great job, on the tour. She was also looking for a local, someone to collaborate with as far as photography and other information, which I think she was successful in. She gave us a marketing report on the social media, which is just going like gangbusters with, and I've got a copy of that. I just didn't get it out to you guys, but I don't know if you really, it's just one more thing in your inbox, but the numbers are good. And also working really diligently on getting the visitor's guide put together, which there's not going to be a lot of changes because the last year's was just, that Kate did was just incredible. But there are going to be some changes, and but that's being worked on, and hopefully we'll have that. I think they were talking April for the printing, end of March, April. So,
Okay.
And everything's going well there. So we're doing well.
All right.
Good news.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on that?
No.
Okay, move on to the MAC Committee, also trustee Bruce.
I did not attend the meeting, but Lex put out an email that you put it out to everybody, didn't you? The tabletop active shooter.
I haven't,
Tabletop exercise.
yeah, I haven't,
I did that.
I didn't forward it to everybody. Phil had sent it to a bunch of different stakeholders and they were talking about arranging a date. I don't know where that landed. And then they start talking about different people's emergency plans. So, I'm not sure, but when it happens, I'll make sure the town is participating.
Okay. We did that last year at the school.
Right.
And we had a preliminary, and it was, I thought it was pretty well run. But anyway, and I'm probably gonna look to be getting off that committee after April. And then the next one's mine too.
Yep, sure.
Um,
Trustee Bruce.
we have meeting tomorrow. We received $15,000 in a mini grant award for the playground. We're like shy right now, 35,000, I think, which is incredible.
We've raised to 588,000.
More.
Wow.
I'm
It's
trying to,
close to 200 grand.
Or-
And there, she sent a couple of things earlier with some other donations.
yes,
But,
yeah, well, yeah. Yeah,
I don't know, Christy, do you want to correct us on the total amount? Or do you know what it is?
well, she just sent out an email.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't see that.
which I didn't, anyway. And, so on March 3rd, there's a business workshop with the chamber. And then we are now seeking festival sponsorships, for the wine and music, Uncorked. May 1st is the deadline to get put on the poster.
Okay.
That's good.
And I noticed in our packet, we received a copy of their 2025 annual report.
Yes.
And we are very, very blessed to have that organization. They do so much for the town. And I'm glad we support them as much as we can. In that report, they said at that time, at the end of the year, they had raised $188,000.
Yeah, that's right, I pulled it.
Okay.
So anyways, big shout out to Dirk and all the volunteers. Appreciate them.
Love a scoop here.
Okay. Any questions or comments on that?
No, fantastic.
Okay, next is Region 10, that's myself. I did attend the last meeting on January 22nd via Zoom. I was the only one there. And there wasn't much at all that really related to Lake City. They're mostly, we're going through their budget, and they're kind of doing a little bit of reorganization. And other than that, there's another meeting coming up. The last one was the executive committee meeting, and then the regular board meeting is coming up. I think it's next week. I will go ahead and attend that. I would like to get down and do a couple of more meetings in person down there, because it's nice to be there with the people, share ideas and a lot. At the end of those meetings, they do a little round table where everybody can explain what's going on in their community. So I promoted the Ice Festival, and let them know they're all missing out if they don't get up here. And that's about it for that. I did note the commissioners meeting today. They did appoint Kat Menzies. She's going to be the new citizen at large, serving on the board of directors as well. So I think it's good. The more participation we can have, the more they remember us, and they're very helpful. Okay, that's all I have. Any questions? Okay, planning and zoning. Lex, did you have anything?
Just they did meet last month. They started the discussion about ADU strategies on which one would, like an ADU program, and looking at one of the 9 strategies to adopt in order for us to be able to apply to be an ADU supportive jurisdiction. We have gathered some additional information from other communities, their ADU program ordinances or the ADU ordinances, and as well as got in touch with some technical planning planners from DOLA to have someone to refer to and talk to. They're actually DOLA's going to do a code review of our existing municipal code, and look to see how we could change our land use planning policy or planning code to accommodate more ADU construction. And so that's what they're going to be talking about at the planning and zoning meeting next week as well.
Okay. Next item is town manager report.
I didn't have time to write a report. Been working on some of the audit stuff. I'm going to be really hitting that hard for the rest of this week and next week to start going back and forth with the auditor, trying to get the audit done by hopefully before the end of March. So I've been doing a lot of year-end stuff and taking care of our books. The Tina and Christina are working out really, really, really well. I can't express my appreciation. I probably should have other ways of expressing my appreciation, which I hope to learn. But they're doing very, very well. Ethan's coming along really well with his development. He'll be taking his B here in a couple weeks, his B certification for wastewater. We spending a lot of time on the for the festival, and Christina did a really good job on doing the marketing for that and doing the social media for that, and getting all the details worked out and arranged. She did a really excellent job on that. But besides that, no, just really doing just run of the mill and administrative stuff over the past couple of weeks. And yeah, and really looking into the grants and what's available out there.
And, flowers and jewelry work really well as thank yous. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Money.
I'll find,
Just speak for yourself.
Just money.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna find a way, multiple ways.
I gave him some chocolate at Christmas.
Yes, you did.
And so, yeah, I mean, just been working on mundane things really. But I don't know if anybody has any questions on my very unspecific town manager report.
No, I'd share, I'm so happy with all of our town staff. What a great job they do. Shout out to
Yeah.
Ben and everybody on the ice festival. It was a fun day and I really enjoyed it. A lot of participation and quite the turnout. That was, living here as long as I have, that was the first time I was stuck in a traffic jam on County Road 20 and had to wait for vehicles to get out of the way. So what a neat thing.
Yeah, and I did want to mention, back in the workshop when we were talking about the housing, I received the other day, like the schematic drawings of the housing project. And I just threw it in there just for y'all to see.
I was about to say, I saw that. It looked really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so. Been working
They
closely
had
with
a
them.
path on the back side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and one other thing that we were in our biweekly meeting last week, the engineers were showing where they would need to do a stormwater drain or pipe, and then where they would need to create a retention area, which they had it designed there in the H Street right away. And so I'm getting a survey done of the H Street and Henson Street right away, the streets themselves, and that should be done by Tim Pearson before the end of March. So just wanted to throw that out there.
All right, Trustee Lindsay.
Do you think that ditch right there, may be considered, wetlands?
It is a wetland. That's why they need to pipe it over and into the H Street right away where they would create a retention area for it to meet stormwater regulations.
Okay,
And then that would then go off into the river.
okay,
It wouldn't affect, they have to kind of work around the wetland.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get permitting to do stuff like that too, so.
Yeah, I just don't want us to miss a step.
Right. Yeah, no, they're aware of it being a wetland.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
Thanks for all the hard work.
Lex?
Yeah.
We appreciate it. It's nice when I visit that office. It feels very professional.
I know.
Um, you ask a question and man, you get an answer like that. So
True that.
it's great. Okay, next item is town engineer report. I see you up there, Joanne. How are you
Good
doing?
evening. Not a whole lot to report. The building subcontractor was on site today. They were supposed to be ready to start working on the interior, but I think they did not have some of the materials they needed to seal the roof. So I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get started inside until next week. And otherwise, it's slow. Not much going on.
Okay.
Any questions?
Nope.
Nope. Do what you can to send us some snow. Since they're not working, you might as well get us snowed in.
Sounds good.
I do have one more thing. So for the project, they're gonna need a lot more fill for that other pond when they get here. We did put something on Facebook, if someone needed dirt moved or something flattened, that they would be willing to come do that and take the dirt with them. And so I just wanted to mention this to everybody because I did have Landon in mind. If you know someone, I can give you the contact information for Ridgeway Valley. They would be happy to come get that dirt from you, especially if it's local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. So I'll call you tomorrow and put you in touch with them.
Yeah.
Because they need to have a bunch of dirt here when they start working, and we definitely don't want things to be slowed down because there's not enough dirt.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Joanne. next is legal update. Dan, do you have anything for us?
Thank you, Mayor. I think you guys have heard me speak enough tonight, but I did get those changes made and send them to Lex, so I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you. I don't have anything. Any trustees have any questions for Dan?
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we'll move on. Mayor trustee reports.
March, kind of an iffy month for me. On the 4th, I'll be traveling. I don't know if I'll make that meeting on the 4th. And the 18th, I will be in Mexico, but I will try to attend visit, depending. Okay. And it's my birthday tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday. And we'll see if we can have a Spanish translator here for the meeting in case there's anything you don't understand. Okay, any other trustees? Everything they'd like to share, report? As mayor, I'm just very happy with the way things are moving along. We've already talked enough this evening. All I can say is keep praying for snow. Bring it on. Let's get some moisture in these mountains. Okay, our next item is correspondence received. I didn't see any of the packet. We don't have any additions to the agenda, so let's get her done. Action items.
I would like to make a motion to adopt the comprehensive housing plan as presented.
I'll second.
So I think that goes to Bruce. I think we've discussed this enough. Roll call vote.
Bruce.
Yes.
Kendall.
Yes.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Winery.
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
And Robert.
Yes. Discussion and possible action to approve ordinance 2026-2, amending water and sewer deposit policy.
I make a motion to amend the ordinance 2026-02, the water and sewer deposit policy.
To approve.
To approve, I'm sorry.
I second.
Motion in the second. Any discussion? I would just throw out there that I think it's a great move, and I think it's something that needed to be done, and I appreciate you doing that, Lex. Roll call vote.
Bruce.
Yes.
Kendall.
Yes.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Winery.
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
And Robert.
Yes. Discussion and possible action to approve ordinance 2026-3, permitting amendment of STR fees by resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Any discussion?
Yes, I would like the motion to reflect the points that we discussed or not. So either it's going to be amended or it's going to be what we have before us. But we did discuss a couple of different points, I believe.
For what? The short-term rental fees?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, so sorry. So
That's okay.
sorry.
You thought around 4.
I thought we were, yes. No.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I agree with you.
What? Yes. Apologies,
Okay, now
apologies.
We're still on the, ordinance 2026.
Rolling right
That's
along.
03, and that was the one we've discussed it enough, but it was keeping in line with our other ordinances. There was just a clerical error in leaving out
Right.
the one portion.
It's just
We-
cleaning it up.
So we have a motion.
We still have
and a
voted
second.
in second.
Yeah.
Roll call vote, please.
Bruce.
Yes.
Kendall.
Yes.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Winery.
Yes.
Woods.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Roberts.
Yes. Now, discussion and possible action to approve San Juan Estates water usage agreement. I believe trustee Lindsay has a comment.
I would like to make a motion to approve an agreement with San Juan Estates for water use. Yeah, that works. With the revisions that we discussed earlier with Dan.
I second.
Motion in second.
Let me write that down. Motion, Lindsay, Winery, second.
You have all those changes?
He said he made all the changes and he emailed them to me. I just have to to look at them. Get it back there.
The only one I need you to add is the specific language that Joanne had, but that's in the cover email.
Okay. All right. Motion to approve with the provisions discussed earlier, including Joanne Fagan's recommendations.
Exactly what I said.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We've had enough discussion, I believe. Roll call vote, please.
Bruce?
Yes.
Kendall?
Yes.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Winery?
Yes.
Woods?
Yes.
Least?
Yes.
Roberts?
Yes. And finally, discussion and possible action to approve CML scholarship application, letter of support for town manager Lex Mulhall to attend the 2026 CML conference.
I so moved.
Second.
Second, Least?
So how come we're not applying for scholarships for everybody?
Well, we could, I haven't received one in a couple of years. I wasn't 100% sure on who. It's due by Monday. And so I was and then also because I have 2 other clerks to train, I was trying to alleviate the budget on the town admin side by getting the scholarship.
Well, and I was gonna say they also only give out so many, and it's not like we could get 3.
Right. And then really they would want to see like someone who hasn't been before. And Caitlin was the only one that came to mind at that time. And, and since we have an election coming up, it would be weird trying to do one for a trustee. So I decided to do it for me, if that's okay.
Well, either way, it helps our budget.
Yeah.
It alleviates the cost of one person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I go ahead.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Bruce?
Yes.
Kendall?
Yes.
Lindsay?
Yes.
Winery?
Yes.
Wood? Least?
Yes.
Woods, and he said yes, Least?
Yeah.
Yes. And Roberts?
Yes. With nothing else on our agenda for this evening, I adjourn the
Thank you.
7:37.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Perfect.